All right, welcome back to another After Dark, everyone. Hope you all are having a good night so far. Hope you had a wonderful day. This one comes at a request of one of our members, Chae. And this is from Torie Sama. So I thought it would be a nice thing to actually check back in on Torie. This one is titled LeBron is losing his beef with Lakers front office, and then a crying face emoji. What's up, Torie? If you see this, I hope you're doing well. I did see your reaction to my reaction, the whole react inception. I had to end it right there. I wasn't gonna react to your reaction of my reaction of your reaction or whatever the hell we were in that train of things. I had to stop it, but we're here with the fresh one. Yeah, man. I hope you're doing well, and I really did enjoy watching that video. It was really cool. Like, thank you for all the nice things you said. And anyways, let's move on to a new one. Guys, I am linking the original video for Torie down below. Torie is now at 6.82 thousand subscribers and climbing fast, it looks like. So if you guys aren't subscribed, consider subscribing. Like I said, the link is down below in the description, where you'll also see a list of channel members. Shout out to every single one of you. I appreciate you all. Hope you're having a wonderful day, a wonderful night. And guys, like the video. Let's get right into this. You didn't scare me that time. I was ready.
So today, LeBron James made things even worse. LeBron had more to say about the Lakers organization. He's complaining still that the Lakers moved on from him and they now want Luca to be the man in the house. And Bron, that's okay. It's okay, man. You're throwing your little temper tantrums right now. You signed your contract for $50 million. I really think that you should just be chilling. You shouldn't even be worried about this.
Nah, 53
instead, your ego's getting in the way.
I remember he just recently said, like, you know, this ring culture is weird.
Let's get right into this video.
30th, 2025, LeBron James officially gave the middle finger to the Los Angeles Lakers, exercising his $52.6 million player option for the 2025-26 season. This makes him the first player in NBA history to play a 23rd season. So normally when the face of your franchise commits for another year, you would celebrate, right? Press conferences.
I don't think the Lakers want him. I don't think the Lakers want him at all. I haven't seen this video, so it's going to be, I'm going to react to the video and to Torie, I suppose.
Social media posts, champagne in the office, but the Los Angeles Lakers did absolutely nothing. They were radio silent. There wasn't even a tweet celebrating the fact that the greatest player of our generation.
Get back time, Lakers. That's why. Lakers' new front office said it's get back time. They gonna celebrate though, let's be real. They gonna give LeBron a little farewell tour in some type of way. They gonna give him some praise. We know this, let's be real. But as of right now, they chilling.
Is now returning to the Los.
I think he's going to Dallas, tell you the truth. You know how earlier today the reaction was to basically a time sync trap video? I watched one last night. I started to, at least, because it got me on the click, because it was titled was LeBron traded to the Dallas Mavericks, like something along those lines. So I'm like, no way, because that's what I've been thinking all along. He's gonna go to Dallas somehow, and I think he's gonna try to convince the Lakers front office to buy him out, and then at that point he could sign with Dallas. That's really what I think the grand plan is. But yeah, the time sync video got me for a couple of minutes, and I'm like, damn it. I checked the comments, and it was just like, yep, it's a trap. It's a trap.
Los Angeles Lakers for year 23. Why?
AKA, it's not real. He's not a Mavericks yet.
Because according to ESPN's Brian Windhorst, both sides are being passive-aggressive with one another, and the entire situation is unusual. But that's just the tip of the iceberg. Wait until you hear what Rich Paul said that has teams around the league trying to make phone calls, and the behind-the-scenes power struggle that's tearing this franchise apart. The decision was first reported by Shams.
So LeBron James is opting in to his nearly $53 million player option. He will be playing a record 23rd NBA season. season. Still not sure whether he's going to play one more season, but I'm told he wants to compete for a championship. He is uncertain about the Lakers roster moving forward, and my understanding is James is supportive of the Lakers positioning themselves around Luca Donic, and this adds an interesting wrinkle here in free agency.
So we've been seeing this a lot recently, and I also seen something I think today or yesterday that teams are looking to trade for Bron now. So at first it was the narrative that no teams want LeBron, and now I've seen that some teams are trying to trade for him.
I'd say don't fall for it, Torie, because I saw the same report, but that's coming from Rich Paul, and Rich Paul is a snake. So I think what's really going on is LeBron's not getting the love and attention and the ass kissing that he's used to from the Lakers front office. So he's making these threats like, oh, I want to play for a contender. Oh, you're prioritizing Luca over me. Okay, I understand. And, saying like, I have to really highly consider what I do with the last years of my career, how I want my career to end, all this stuff he's saying. So then the next step is to go, oh yeah, Rich Paul says, yeah, we got like 5 teams that are interested in LeBron. So in other words, it's trying to put pressure, It's like if you're in a relationship and you want to make your partner jealous, you'd be like, yeah. I was talking to these 3 girls. Yeah, they all seem really interested. Like immediately that attention's coming back to you. Like, whoa, shit, you got somebody else interested. But in other words, I think it's fluff. I don't see a list of teams, and I haven't heard any teams out there yet say we're actively pursuing LeBron James. Like, none of this has come out.
And in my head, I think at first I was seeing the Cavs and thinking maybe there's no way, because they got these young pieces and Garland and all that.
Yeah, I don't think they want them. I don't think they want LeBron over there. It'll basically ruin the momentum that they have with their new build.
They're going to trade away Garland, Mobley, or Mitchell, or any of the other players. They had a good season. But the Cavs, I feel like, have a chance just to get Bron back before he retires. You know what I'm saying? Like, get LeBron his last year. Cleveland might do something like that.
LeBron James is evaluating how he wants to finish.
I think Cleveland would never trade for him because they have a good lineup. But would they sign him for, like, the league minimum? Yeah, maybe they would.
His career.
But here's where it gets spicy. Rich Paul, LeBron,
but I don't think they got $53 million for him.
James's agent at Clutch Sports, made some very telling comments to ESPN that basically confirmed what we had all suspected. There's serious tension brewing, and this is where it gets confusing. Rich Paul said that LeBron James wants to compete for a championship. He knows that the Lakers are building for the future.
But championships are weird, bro.
He understands that, but he values a realistic chance of winning it all, as LeBron James might be looking for the exit door. But the thing is,
I think the Lakers have a realistic chance of winning it all next year if LeBron's not there.
There's a perfectly good opportunity to compete with the Los Angeles Lakers if he just took a pay cut, and it's not a crazy thing to ask from him. Now, I think some of my viewers misunderstand why I want LeBron James to take a pay cut so bad.
Yeah, well, I could tell you, I could say it for you. He's worth like $1.5 billion. So if he's saying my priority is to win a championship, then the priority shouldn't be getting paid as much money as possible. That's a contradiction. Take less money. You're worth $1.5 billion. And if not, just say like my priority isn't winning right now. I'm just here to make money. Because that's really what's going on. He wants both, and you can't have your cake and eat it too. You got to sacrifice something in order to get what is your priority and your main focus. And if that really is winning, then you have to take some less money. A lot of great players did it. Tim Duncan did it. Dirk Nowitzki did it. Jordan didn't take the max all the time. Hell, even the last couple of years, he took like $1 million each.
I'm not sitting here and saying,
oh my God, LeBron James is worth $1.2 billion. He's made enough money, and the Lakers need the money more.
No, I want him to
You're not lying there either, though.
take a pay cut so the Lakers could have more cap space to build a contender around him.
Yes.
And when you're worth $1.2 billion according to Forbes, you don't need the additional $25 million. As a matter of fact, sacrificing that money in order to win another championship would do wonders for your legacy.
Yeah,
LeBron James could essentially close out the GOAT debate if he wins 2 more championships.
No, you can't.
LeBron and championships. let's think about what he just said. He can close out the GOAT debate with 2 more championships. LeBron just said rings don't matter, so it can't. 2 more rings definitely not doing it.
There you
That's
go,
1.
Torie.
And 2, LeBron's not finna win no more. Come on, Flight Mike, you know this. Don't act like you don't know this, Flight Mike.
And that's why this decision...
Flight Mike, I think, walks the line, though. You know what I mean? He's trying to be more of a straight-up reporter. So I think he tries to leave some of his opinions out of it. But good catch, Torie. That's good. Use their BS logic against them. That's the only way to basically defeat these fools, is to be like, yeah, but you said championships don't matter, so why are we doing this? Oh, so you're a hypocrite. Done. You know, like, end. It's over.
Makes 0 sense. His Nike deal alone is reportedly worth over $1 billion,
Good
and he makes about
Lord.
$80 million annually from endorsements. This man owns pieces of Liverpool FC, the
million a
Boston
year?
Red Sox, and made a
$80 million a year off of endorsements and $1 billion from Nike. Damn. Yeah, man, you don't need that extra 20 mil, dude. Sign for like 25 mil. That's what you should do. Sign for $25 million, a lot of money. And you could get that money plus contend for a championship like you want. There, you can get your cake and eat it too.
fortune when he sold his Beats by Dre stake to Apple. His total NBA earnings through this contract will be $583.9 million, more than any player in NBA history. Yet here he is, taking every last penny of that $52.6 million, while his team drowns in luxury tax payments. And when you hear what ESPN...
Some give to the game they love, some take from the game they claim they love.
App expert Bobby Marks said about what the Lakers could have done if LeBron just took $15 million less, then this is gonna make you realize just how selfish and foolish of a decision this truly was.
Yeah, and these new owners don't like this shit. Like, what they've done with the Dodgers, from what I understand, is they don't put up with this stuff. If you're not here to win, you get the hell out. You know, so they'll replace you. For $53 million, they can replace you with 3 solid players that want to win.
Let me break down these numbers for you because this is where it gets absolutely insane. The Lakers are projected to be approximately $36.8 million over the salary cap for the 2025-26 season, which puts them dangerously close to the luxury tax aprons. The first apron is projected at $195.9 million, and the second apron is at $207.8 million for next season. LeBron...
What do these aprons mean? I don't know what none of that stuff means. I ain't gonna lie.
His $52.6 million player option takes up 34% of that $154.6 million salary cap. More than a third of the Lakers cap space is going to a 40-year-old player who just had his worst playoff performance in years.
Yeah, exactly. So anybody who's telling me like, oh, he doesn't need to take a pay cut. No, he doesn't. Unless he wants to win, then he should take a pay cut because he needs some more stars. It's LeBron. LeBron always needs more help. So in order to get that help, they need money. But if he's taking 1/3 of the salary cap all by himself, what does he expect? They also have Luca, you know.
And
Ew. Yeah, Lakers, forget the tour, forget all that. Bron's been robbing y'all for the past few years.
I've been saying it.
Yeah. Forget the whole tour.
I've been saying it.
After Bron gets out this season, y'all might as well just delete the number. For real. Cause he's a third of your employees' payroll, and he's not doing a third of production.
Nope. Guys,
So-
I just had a funny thought because he said delete the number. Torie said, what a boss move it would be if when LeBron is gone from the Lakers, they retired Jordan's number, 23, so nobody could ever wear it again. That would be a freaking baller move right there. I would do it.
Oh, he's one at this point. Bron like one of them workers that just be there talking, everybody chilling, getting their money by the hour, making the days go by quick. Let's be real.
Yep.
again, I want to
I agree.
emphasize this point because I know there's subscribers saying,
Mike, why would LeBron James take less money?
and if you just take a look at NBA history and honestly all of sports history, you'd notice that this works. Tim Duncan took massive pay cuts throughout his career to keep the Spurs competitive.
Yep.
And in his later years, he was making as little as $5.4 million per season. The result was 5 championships and 19 consecutive winning seasons.
Yep.
Dirk took an 80% pay cut in 2017, signing for just $10 million million over 2 years instead of his $25 million option. But probably the example that pisses me off the most is the fact that LeBron James has won 2 championships with the team before by doing this. During the Miami Heat Big Three era, LeBron, D-Wade, and Chris Bosh each sacrificed $15 million to create cap space for a supporting cast. The result was 4 consecutive finals appearances and 2 championships. So it boils down to one.
So, Bron, you could have been winning this whole time. I'm not gonna say been winning, but you could have a better chance of having more help, as you and your fans be liking to say, if you would just take pay cuts.
Yep, 100%.
But you don't want to take pay cuts because you're just a selfish mother. Bron?
Yeah, he wants his cake and he wants to eat it too. That's it. That's it. He wants all the money and he wants all the help. And he wants all the respect. You can't have it all, man.
It's alright though. You know what I'm saying? It's alright though.
Thing here and
It's
why
cool.
the Los Angeles Lakers and LeBron James are currently in this battle. And it
Yeah,
has to
Torie, it can't be a surprise that LeBron is being selfish. Like, it's literally who he is.
do with ego. LeBron James is very upset at the fact that the Los Angeles Lakers sacrificed their ability to win now in order to bring in a franchise cornerstone for once he retires.
Oh, wow.
And that's what this Ramona Shelburne and Brian
Imagine
Windhorst
how he would deal with the Bulls debacle in 97 and 98, where the front office is threatening to blow up the team, even if they win a championship and they win every single game in a regular season. Imagine how he'd deal with that kind of pressure.
article
This
is
is
about.
nothing. This is just him not getting his ass kissed for once in his life.
So LeBron, get this right. Let's get this straight. So LeBron's mad that the Lakers set themselves up for the future, even though LeBron just put them in the deficit and messed up their future.
Yep.
Bron, how does this work, bro?
And all those young players that they had going into, what was it, like 2019, 2020? He blew all that up to get a win now roster, which was like with Westbrook and all that was going on. So the Lakers already sacrificed their future once for this guy, and now he wants them to do it again. No, LeBron's on his way out. You start planning for the future of the organization now. And this is usually when we see old stars on their last year or two. Either they take a massive pay cut and end their career there, like Dirk, or they go get their payday somewhere else that has no shot at winning, and they end their career there. I think of like I think that's what Patrick Ewing did, honestly. But that's just how this game goes. So you can't have both. You can't take all the money and he should just go. He just needs to go.
What do you expect? Why would the Lakers, new organization, new owners cater to you when you put us in debt and then you're not even worth the money we paying you?
Yep.
So why would we cater to you for, Brian? It's cool though.
He thinks he's a
article
king.
mentions how Rob Pelinka has met with Luca Donic and consulted him on roster transactions. He consulted him before making a trade for Mark Williams that was eventually rescinded. It goes into how the Los Angeles Lakers were trying to get a commitment from Luca Donic because he can opt to be a free agent next summer under his current deal. It eventually transitions to LeBron's relationship to the Los Angeles Lakers, something that we have video footage of him being a little upset about. Rich Paul said LeBron wants to make every season he has left count, and the Lakers understand that and are supportive and want what's best for him. LeBron James understood that the Lakers are taking advantage of an opportunity to pivot to a younger superstar, but from James's perspective, the nuance was sometimes lost during the transition. Doncic had never asked to be a Laker. James, for his part, had chosen LA coming in 2018 when the team had missed the playoffs in 5 consecutive seasons, the worst run for the franchise since it moved from Minneapolis. 2 years later, LeBron had helped deliver a 17th championship.
Bron, you really talking about this? Bringing up the past? Talking about, oh, Luca didn't decide to come here. Well, the difference between you and Luca is the Lakers had to trade and give up something for Luca with the players and all that. And also, Luca's more talented, Bron. Sorry to tell you. You also 40, buddy. You need to you about to be out next year.
I know.
You know what I'm saying? Both of you, I heard Luca don't play defense too, but hey, Luca still got potential. But you tripping, Brian. I'm not gonna lie. You bringing up saying they missed 5 consecutive seasons before you, bro. The Lakers have catered to you every single season besides this one, and it's the last season of your career, and you can't like be grateful for that, bro.
I
Like
know.
relax.
They drafted his damn son. You know, they fired their head coach to replace him with his podcast partner. They did everything for this guy. They got AD when he asked for it. You know, they were supposed to get what's his name, man? Shoot, mid-range assassin. I can't remember. He ended up going to Chicago instead. It's gonna bug me. Help me out in the comments. We just talked about this the other day. But anyways, they had a solid co-star coming in with him. Like they could have had a nice little big three going, but instead, DeMar DeRozan. They could have had DeRozan, LeBron, and AD all together with a young Austin Reeves on the rise. But instead, LeBron wanted Russ, so they went with Westbrook. In other words, everything LeBron asked for, he's been getting. And now, but that's the problem. When you spoil someone, they're used to that treatment. So he's used to this treatment. He's used to asking for something, and he gets what he wants. And if he doesn't, then he threatens to leave, and then he'll get what he wants. Like, that's what his whole life has been. So this is new for him, and I think it's funny. I think it's hilarious when a narcissist goes through something like this. You know, it's a total ego shadow. But in the process, he's gonna shit his pants. And he's going to embarrass himself.
Like, just vibe, Bron. Vibe, bro.
Yeah. Rich Paul also had to formally inform the Lakers that James intended to pick up the final year of his contract, but the team did not engage in any substantial discussions about extending him by a year or two, as they had done previously during LeBron's Lakers tenure. It was then that he let the organization know about the coming statement. The Lakers had already made their statement in not offering LeBron a contract beyond this season. It was abundantly clear that the 21-time All-Stars time as the face of the Lakers had, for the first time, a planned end date, even if LeBron's record-setting NBA career did not yet. Whether the 2025-26 season is to be James's final season in the NBA is up to him, but if he wants the kind of Hollywood ending that only the Lakers can give legends of the game, the release date was set.
Oh, Lakers, I like this out of y'all. They said the release date is set. So if you want your last season to be with the Lakers, it's going to be this last one right here.
Yep.
You ain't going to get another season out of us, though.
Yep, 100%.
Dang, Brian, you better make a choice.
If I were LeBron, either I'd leave, like I said, to go to Dallas, or I would announce this is my final year. Take your $53 million, do your thing, say your goodbyes, and leave. Because if he gets released, essentially, like he becomes a free agent after this, and he goes and does his farewell tour somewhere else. I don't know, man. How does that look?
That's why he's trying to get traded. This is his last season. He's trying to get traded and all that. That's what it is. He's out here trying to get traded. This is his last season. He knows it. Nah, Brian, it's raps. You're not going. If you want to play again, buddy, you're going to have to sign another contract.
2026.
But somebody else.
In and LeBron James is out of the game. The release date was set. Spring 2026. Luca's in and LeBron James is out. Lakers would, of course, celebrate him the way they did Kobe Bryant on his retirement tour.
The only thing I'm not sure of, I mean, it's obvious that the new owners don't want him. They don't want him. The only thing that's not obvious to me is I don't know what their strategy is going to be, whether it's going to be to basically buy out his contract now and just start moving forward immediately and aim for a championship starting right now. Or do they just play this out for 1 year and basically dare LeBron to ask for a trade? Because that would be the most beneficial thing for the Lakers, so they don't have to just eat that money. If they can get some assets back in a trade, or even like a bunch of draft picks or something like that, that would work out really well for the Lakers.
16, if that's what James ultimately decided. But for the first time,
I think I just talked myself through it. I think they're gonna actually dare him to ask for a trade, because the signs are already there. Why eat that money? There's a possibility you can get a lot of help for that money, get some players in return.
In his 23-year NBA career, a team had not begged or borrowed against its future to do everything it could to keep LeBron James beyond his current contract. And if you just take a look at the body language between the two, it's very shocking. I mean, the Lakers went out and somehow were able to improve at the center position by bringing alongside DeAndre Ayton. And take a look at how the two Lakers superstars decided to welcome DeAndre Ayton.
Oh, this is funny. I was talking about this the other day too.
Have you spoken to LeBron? Have you spoken to Luca?
Not really yet, but I've definitely got a text from Luca I know how the off season go. This is not my first rodeo. People are probably busy and training and having times with their families, but I'm just waiting. I'm just really just trying to integrate myself with the team and get to know everybody.
That is just insane.
Yeah, so in other words, Luca reached out and texted him immediately to welcome him. LeBron never did. So LeBron is actually 1 foot out the door. He's doing these things intentionally.
LeBron James has historically always welcomed new teammates to the roster, and you don't have to do a lot of digging just to tell how frustrated LeBron is. I mean, once the Lakers got eliminated from the playoffs, he said this in regards to Anthony Davis.
My guy AD said what he needed, and then he was gone the following week.
And this draws a direct parallel to what Tom Brady went through during the latter stage of his tenure with the New England Patriots. This has happened consistently. There's an aging star that is defying the laws of physics and is playing incredibly well for his advanced age, and as a result he expects either top dollar, or in the case of Tom Brady, just to have a contender built around him. And the team that he's on might have different plans. In LeBron James's case,
bro, LeBron had one of the worst plus minuses of his whole, he had the worst playoff series of his whole career, 1. And 2, he's 40. Why are we not acting like this man is not like done? Like, this is his last season. Why are we acting like LeBron is a legit like championship contender right now?
People just look at his empty stats and they think it means something. They're not watching the games, Torie.
Why can't we be realistic? I don't understand this. Why are we talking in the sense that LeBron James is going to lead a team to a championship? Let's be real now, bruh. Let's be real. Because if you making these in-depth videos like this, I know you be watching, bro. I'm not saying you not saying that, but like, nah, let's not act like LeBron James gonna be out here contending for titles, getting those. Like earlier, you said he gets 2 more years chance of being a GOAT. LeBron James is not winning no more championships. He's not, unless LeBron was finding a way to piggyback on somebody.
I thought about that too. If I was LeBron, I would take a pay cut and go anywhere I want at this point. Take a pay cut and just ask, because he's got a no trade clause. He can ask for where he wants to go. Be a role player, a third option somewhere. If he was a third option somewhere, and he did, because then it wouldn't matter if he choked. You know what I mean? The ball won't be in his hand during the clutch time, so he can choke and shit his pants all he wants in the fourth quarter. He's the third option. That's what I would do. And then in typical LeBron style, I'd be like, this one here makes me the GOAT. After I won, I would do that shit. That's just who he is, man. But that's what I would do, just to enhance his own legacy. That's what I would do. It ain't happening with this max dollar, I'm the man thing. It ain't going to happen while you're the man.
It's the only way. Let's be real.
It seems like he still wants to be paid like he's a 33-year-old, and he wants the entire team to cater to his needs. It's very difficult to do that when LeBron James could theoretically retire next year, or he could retire in 3 years from now.
Let's be fair. This is the first time in LeBron's career he's not the star player on the team anymore. It's all about Luca.
Also difficult to do that when he is refusing to do whatever it takes to help the team win. Nobody wants to build.
Hold up. LeBron James' wife wants him to retire the next year or so after the Lakers contract extension.
To do that when he is refusing to do whatever it takes to help the team win. Nobody wants to build around a 41-year-old superstar, no matter how good they are. And the article even mentions the microaggressions between LeBron James and Luca Donic.
I mean, he totally overstayed his welcome, hasn't he? Like, Laker fans, how much has this man overstayed his welcome in LA?
The Doncic trade, the Lakers have signaled this shift from James to Doncic through a series of microaggressions. They did not give him a significant notice that they were trading Davis for Doncic, a transgression that James forgave because of his respect for Doncic and understanding of the franchise's reasoning for making the trade and keeping it under wraps for as long as possible. That makes sense, because if other teams got wind that this trade was going to go down, they would have easily outbid the Los Angeles Lakers. But within days of acquiring Doncic, Pelinka attempted to pair him with Mark Williams, which is an athletic young center. Davis and James had for years been asking for the franchise to acquire a true center, but to no avail.
Cause the franchise probably thinking, man, Davis enough. We paid Davis and James this much bread, y'all gotta make some shake. No cap. But that boy Luca came in town and he out here saying he want this and he getting what he want whenever he want it.
Yeah, they could have kept a low pay Dwight Howard, but LeBron don't like him because Dwight Howard called him out on defense. So if it wasn't for these problems, they could have had Dwight Howard still to this day being the center over there while AD is playing power forward. But it is what it is. We know Dwight Howard still has been begging for years to come back to the Lakers specifically. That was the answer. They had it. They already had it. But yeah, he called LeBron a B because he wasn't playing defense, and then he's gone. He's out of here. He's out of there, and he's got no path back. Would be hilarious though if the new owners did it and they brought Dwight Howard in now. I mean, like, here you go, LeBron, play with this guy. He's your buddy, right?
Yes, sir. That's his team now.
And this is something we mentioned last year. The Lakers' biggest hole was at the center position. And they tried to be cute in regards to trying to use Anthony Davis to fill that void, but it never really worked out. After all, their kryptonite over the past couple of years was the Denver Nuggets and Nikola Jokic. So a center would have definitely helped them. But here's where it gets a little interesting. When the Buss family agreed to sell a majority stake in the franchise to Mark Walter, Doncic was given a heads up and notably posted a congratulations on social media, but James was not given the same notice and did not post any public acknowledgement afterward. Then, of course, was the fact that the Lakers did not offer James an extension, and they indicated they were comfortable having him on the roster as an expiring contract, which is a rare position for a superstar of his caliber.
That's true. LeBron actually hasn't even commented once that I've seen about the new ownership.
To be honest, I don't know if this is a game of chicken or if this is just blatant disrespect.
Yeah, he's going to lose the game of chicken if he plays this. He is not in a position of power right now at all. He's actually not wanted.
Have to understand, it's very uncomfortable to give a 40-year-old player who's going on 41 a multi-year contract extension, especially at the rate that LeBron wants. Under this CBA, when you have Luca Donic on your roster, if you pay LeBron James and heaven forbid the basketball gods finally take one of his knees, which I hope would never happen, and he tears his ACL or he tears his Achilles tendon and he's out for a prolonged period of time, which by the way is what is supposed to happen when you are at LeBron James's age. We just keep forgetting that because he is out dueling father time consistently. You cannot commit to a player for that long. He's 40 years old, for crying out loud. No team would be willing to give LeBron James a 3-year max deal at this point.
No way. Yeah, at that age, it's 1-year contracts, buddy. That's it. Deal with it.
Nah, no team should be willing to either, to be honest. I'm gonna see what he...
one injury and you could blow out the rest of your career at that age. So no, 1-year deals.
Is just lunacy. And this is where it gets so interesting. After picking up his player option and issuing the statement that sent the NBA offseason ablaze with speculation, James fanned the flames with a series of social media posts that referenced his time with his hometown Cleveland Cavaliers. Well, what's even funnier is the Cleveland Cavaliers came out and straight up said that they don't want LeBron James, and I can't really blame them. It wouldn't make sense to acquire LeBron James or trade for LeBron James. This is a team that's very likely to be the best team in the Eastern Conference this year. They don't want to mess that up. They don't want to trade Darius Garland and some of their depth in order to get a 40-year-old LeBron James on the roster.
Yeah, that would be the dumbest move I've ever seen in basketball. If they sacrificed that awesome future for like 1 year of LeBron James.
That doesn't make any sense. So this is pretty much where we are between LeBron James and the Los Angeles Lakers. The Lakers are saying, we're fine if you want to leave next year. And LeBron James is sitting there saying, I feel disrespected for everything I've done for you. And I could understand LeBron.
Yeah, the Lakers should feel disrespected for everything they did for you. And now you're acting like this.
Feeling disrespected. And I really appreciate what LeBron has done for the Los Angeles Lakers. But at the same time, LeBron has to realize he's not the late, great Kobe Bryant. Not in terms of skill, in terms of what he means to the Los Angeles Lakers organization. In the 8 years that LeBron has been a Laker, he's won a championship. He's had...
Nah, bro, both. Both, bro. Both.
6 playoff series won. He's bullied the front office into trading for Anthony Davis, Russell Westbrook, drafting his son, hiring his podcast partner, consistently making threats if they didn't.
Firing
and
like
in the
4
last
coaches.
8 seasons of Kobe Bryant's career, they won 2 championships, they won 10 playoff series. He didn't necessarily bully the Lakers into trading for Dwight Howard and Steve Nash. And the last 3 seasons weren't necessarily great, but he never complained about it. Of course, Laker fans remember back in the 2007 offseason, he demanded demanded a trade. And that's pretty much about it. But during the twilight of his career, when he knew his career was about to be over, Kobe Bryant never created this level of ruckus for the Los Angeles Lakers.
No, he didn't.
And Kobe Bryant will always mean significantly more to the Los Angeles Lakers.
So much so that I saw a sit down with Jeannie and Kobe after he retired and everything. There's so much mutual love and respect between those two, because, you know, he's grateful for Jeannie for everything she did for him. But Jeannie, okay, I mean, it started out, Jeannie was appreciative for Kobe for sticking with the team during the down times. And she expressed like sorrow to Kobe that you know, she felt so bad that his final years in the NBA, they didn't have the resources and the ability to put a title contender around him, you know? So she felt so bad that he's kind of like wasting away his final years with the Lakers. And she said straight up, like, you had every right to leave at that point. And Kobe just responds with, you know, basically saying like I'm not gonna abandon you guys just because the ship is sinking. If we're gonna sink together. You know, I'm not gonna run away at that time just because times are bad. He would say we had so many good times together, so why would I run away just because we're having a rough time now? And I think that's very mature. And in return, Kobe's final years, he got paid massive from Jeannie, because it's basically like, okay, you sacrificed your whole career to keep winning and winning 5 championships for the organization, stuck with us through thick and thin. Now I'm going to give you a payday. And I believe his final 2 seasons, he made more money than he ever did in those final 2 seasons. And that was a thank you, that we can't contend right now. I'm so sorry. Thank you for everything you did. Here, enjoy this money while you play your ass off, even though we don't have a shot at winning.
LeBron James ever will, even though we appreciate him. And I feel like LeBron is just frustrated that he's not getting that type of Kobe Bryant treatment, but at the same time, he's just viewing this from the lens of himself.
He's no Magic Johnson, he's no Jerry West, he's no Kareem, he's no Wilt, he's no Kobe. It ain't happening, man. Those guys devoted themselves to the Lakers. And then even after they retired, they devoted themselves to the Lakers.
Bryant acting so entitled, bro. That's all that is.
If he was the general manager of the Los Angeles Lakers, he would have traded Anthony Davis for Luca Doncic 10 out of 10 times. And if he wanted to be a star that is celebrated by the Lakers, he would have taken a pay cut so the Lakers could have added additional depth behind the DeAndre Ayton signing. They could have gotten Brook Lopez. They could have brought back Dorian Finney-Smith. This team could have been a contender in the loaded Western Conference. But instead, he's trying to manipulate the masses, and at this point, I don't really think it's working. I don't know what LeBron James's future is going to look like next offseason. I hope he remains a Los Angeles Laker at the right price, but if he decides to move on, it wouldn't bother me all that much, especially at the amount of money that he's demanding and the amount of drama he's causing behind the scenes. And again, this is a guy that has all the love and respect for LeBron James.
All right. So that's the end of that. LeBron James is too old to be still.
Mike's just trying not to piss off all the LeBron fans. You know, he's like walking that line, you know.
He needs some like Bron, be reasonable with yourself, bro. Like, you're too old for this. Be like Kobe too, but you're not gonna get that treatment like Kobe either, though. You're not Kobe, so that's not gonna happen. But it's your boy Torie. I hope y'all enjoyed that video. Like the video, comment down below. We're gonna roll to 10K subs.
Yeah, you are.
I'm out.
You are. Speaking of which, you guys, reminder, if you guys want to subscribe to Torie Sama, the link is down below in the description. I'm curious. I think he blew up to 6K. So I'm curious to see if he blows past a 10K anytime real soon here. Anyways, Chae, thank you for the recommendation. This was fun to watch. This was a lot of fun to watch and react to. I don't know what else I have to say about the whole thing. Like, LeBron expecting this treatment is just typical entitlement crap. But in order to receive that treatment, you gotta give that love back. So he didn't devote his career to the Lakers. You know, he didn't devote his career to the Cavs or to the Miami Heat or wherever else he's gonna go to end his career. He's not that guy. So you don't get that treatment, you know, that Jordan got in Chicago, that Kobe and Magic get in LA. You're not going to get that kind of respect. Those guys did everything for the franchise. They helped to build the franchise. Like literally from Wilt to Kareem, Jerry West, Magic Johnson, Kobe Bryant, all these guys, they built the Lakers franchise. You think they were worth $10 billion before that? No, man. Like this is a slow process. So you can't just go in there and take all their money and be like, why aren't you appreciating me? You ain't done shit. You didn't do shit for them. You know, they've been doing everything for you and you haven't been doing your part in return. So you can't expect that treatment that those other legends, those other Laker legends get. You have to give to receive. If not, then you're just a typical narcissistic snake, you know, and that's just who you are. And eventually you burn all your bridges and no one wants to be around you. And I think that's his next life arc, you know, is that without him being a famous basketball player, like no one, and other than wanting to like piggyback some of that money, no one's gonna want to be around this guy. Anyways, I'm out of here. Torie, great reaction. Hope you're doing well. Everybody, I'm heading out. Like the video, subscribe to the channel if you want more content like this, and most importantly is to be water, my friends.